Throwing ass on the gram, getting laughs at the stand. Only she can, only Feehans. It's only Feehans.
Welcome back to another episode of OnlyFeehans with me, your host, Kerryn Elizabeth Feehan.
Is that shirt custom made, Kerryn?
What?
I mean, it's rare that your tits look so.
It's rare that they look good.
That was so good. You know,
You're
really
I didn't realize
putting them out there.
So good.
I know fitness instructor Jeff was here earlier, and
You're just getting his leftovers.
I'm getting his leftovers. That's
Absolutely.
fair. I feel like there's a lot of husbands in the Manhattan area getting fitness instructor Jeff's leftovers.
Well, they're getting his sculptures.
I haven't seen him, but I know you well enough to know that I'm sure he's an incredibly muscular black gentleman.
And on that note, Chris Faga is here, you guys. Yay. You got a special coming out, or it's out? What's it called?
Yeah, Burn After Saying. Go watch that on YouTube.
Burn After Seeing?
Saying. Yeah.
Burn After Saying.
Yeah. Because it was all just jokes that I can't tell anymore because an election just happened.
Gotcha. I like that.
Some of them are old. And some of them are just, some of them are just older jokes. It was like, I
hear you. I felt the same way after my special. I'm like, I have to stop saying these. And the only way I'm going to stop is if I put a fucking special out.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. And otherwise I would just be lazy. And now I'm like going through like old jokes that I stopped telling because I was telling these jokes. And I'm like, oh, I forgot I like these.
And I forgot a clutch joke that I was doing a lot in my special. Yeah. And I was like, well, at least I have this one. I can still use.
I remember I saw
building 15 minutes around this one joke I didn't use.
I saw Shane right after he like headlined Caroline's, like right after he put out the first special they put out, and he was like, "Dude, I was like mostly shucking and jiving for an hour there." And he was like, "Luckily today is January 6th, so I could riff on that a little bit." This is like right after the first special,
right? And
I was like, "But I saw that Army Ranger joke you have, which is probably the best joke I've seen in like 3 years." He goes, "That's 10 minutes."
Yeah.
That's just kind of how you feel. It's kind of like an interesting thing.
He's so good, man.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's just like, I'm like that too. I find it easier to kind of write on stage than like to sit with pen and paper.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of my stuff is like conversation. If I'm like, if I made
I've seen you ask 3 17-year-olds if they could see your pussy on stage.
Really highbrow stuff. Really thought-provoking.
Well, you do have high eyebrows. It's true about you.
Shut the fuck up, Faga. You know I'm tired. You're coming in hot, making fun of my tits, making fun of my jokes.
I didn't make fun of your tits.
Just chill out, all right?
I complimented your tits.
Chris from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I feel like your girl probably has huge tits. I feel like you're a big tit guy.
Well, I have dated some very large-titted women in the past. There's a lot of Jews in Brooklyn.
Don't you have a girlfriend now?
I do. She's got pretty good tits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jews have huge tits.
Mm-hmm.
No asses, though.
No, my girlfriend's not Jewish, though. She's Russian and Italian. So
that sounds like a hot mix.
She's put together, yeah.
She probably has pretty eyes.
Yeah, really. Very, very much so.
Yeah.
Surprised you've never met her. She's been around enough.
Have I not?
I don't know, maybe at a holiday party.
Does she support you?
She does. She supports me
financially?
Oh, no. I support the household. Come on.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm a proper man.
But no, she supports you.
She's very supportive in all the comedy stuff, and she kind of like understands that. Like, I mean, do you realize this about like remember when you first started doing comedy and dudes would bring their like girlfriends around, and then like none of those dudes kept doing comedy because eventually the girlfriend got fed up.
She was like,
"What are you even doing?
Get a real job.
Yeah,
like this is what you do.
This is all your time.
You're spending money. You're not making it. Yeah. You tell me you have to pay to do this.
Yeah, and like I got to hang out with these dorks that you are your friends.
Your
with?
Friends, they suck, dude.
Yeah, they're terrible.
They're
awful. None of you are good at this.
None of you. Yeah, that would be tough to like date a girl who didn't believe in you.
Yeah, I'm not sure that she believes in me. She's just putting up with it because I still pay most of the bills.
I pay all the bills in my house. You know what I hate?
You live alone.
I have a dog.
Oh, what are you to stage mom the dog? Like Justin?
She could do something. She could like pull a sled.
That's fair. She's kind of a small dog.
She'd probably freak out. There's a trend going on right now where like the wife goes up to the husband and goes, "Hi, babe, I can't pay the mortgage this month." Have you seen this?
I've been paying it with Dick. That guy, the black guy, the Tubi movie. You know the one I'm talking about?
No.
Oh my god, you got to watch some of the hood Tubi movies. There's one that always comes up. There's a couple. Oh, this is one that comes up. We're just like, something about you got to go to work. It's the middle of the day. He's like, I had a job in 3 days. You know how about paying the mortgage with my dick? And she's like, this woman is like, what? She's like, that's right. Turns out good dick is hard to find. So yeah, I smoke a little rock just to keep it hard. But this house, your car, everything, all paid with my dick.
I gotta get on this Tubi.
Oh yeah, Tubi's got the best like ratchet hood stuff.
No, these are like videos I've been watching where it's like a trophy wife.
Okay.
And so she goes up to like her husband, and it's like after a long day or whatever, and she goes, hey babe, I just want to let you know, like, I'm really sorry, but I won't be able to pay the mortgage this month. And the guy just like looks at her like, what? Like, you don't even know, you wouldn't know how to access our mortgage if you tried. How much is our mortgage? Yeah. And like all these things go viral. I'm like, these are just pointing out how fucking stupid all these women are, and I hope they get divorced.
I think the men are stupid. I think the men are stupid.
For paying?
Yeah. I mean, how much do you really need a trophy wife? Like, just
explain it to me. You're a man.
Just keep recycling side. You know what? I've actually talked to guys in finance who are like iffy about getting married, and then they're like, you get married because your boss who you're trying to suck up to, and this way, if the girls talk to each other, now you've got the ear of the boss. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
you get invited to functions you might not get invited to.
That's one thing.
Which seems like a crazy reason to
archaic.
Risk half your stuff.
It seems really like an old, fashioned way to live.
Yeah, kind of gross.
Like, I wouldn't care. Like, I just want you to be the best at fucking whatever, trading stocks. I don't care if you... I want you to have an unhealthy romantic life, actually. That lets me know that you care more about work.
You want your fiduciary to have no love in his life? His only love is making you money so he can get commissions?
Absolutely. Well, I don't need you distracted by fucking, what's her name? Kate Upton? No. Margot Robbie?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Either one of those are pretty distracting. I don't want that in the house. You know what I mean? I'm trying to trade stocks over here, lady.
Do you have Bitcoin?
I do. It's doing all right now.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Everybody's doing pretty well.
I'm obsessed with Andrew Tate, dude, in like such a, like, in a ironic way.
Okay.
But he'll put out these videos like today. He's like, if your girl comes up to you and says, I want to go movies, you say, no, no movies. You stand by me and you watch me make money. Like,
I don't know if I would want. Also, like, I've never been a day trader. I do some stock trading, but like, I don't know if I would want my chick behind me while I was just like, what did that? What are those letters?
Now? Why is it red now?
Why do those letters mean?
Why is it red now?
What's happening?
What's NVIDIA? What? Do we have a Tesla? It says you have Tesla stock, but we don't have a Tesla.
Yeah, why don't we have one if you have
You
one?
own Netflix?
The whole thing?
Why do we use your mom's password if you own Netflix? Women are so dumb. Those are dumb. Just rattling off the stocks that I have. My fucking accountant, he sends me these scolding emails. I hate being scolded so much.
Okay, but I think it's probably good that you have an accountant that's doing that.
I'm not saying he's wrong.
Okay.
I just don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
He's like, Kerryn, it looks like your Amex charges total about $40,000 this year. I hope that's going into a high yield savings account. I'm like, what? How would that work?
Yeah, how would your Amex I don't think they let you deposit money from Amex into your savings account.
I'm like, you hope that, Russell? Yeah. I bet you do hope that.
Also, if that's the card you use for everything, that doesn't seem like that bad.
Thank you. And I'm like, these are fucking flights and hotels. This is all business stuff.
Yeah.
Write this shit off, dude.
Yeah. Also, don't you get points?
Where are my points at?
Yeah, you gotta come on, cash back. All this stuff.
We need it.
I just got a Amex so I could fly Delta and get a free bag.
100%. Yeah. I have the Delta Amex. Yeah, it's the best one.
I've got that, and I got a Sapphire card. I'm getting all the fucking points.
You're crushing, dude.
I can get an Amazon gift card whenever I want.
Me too. Going ham on Christmas presents though. Who do you have to buy for Christmas presents for?
Just the girlfriend, my little brother. That's it. That's all who's getting.
That's nice.
And I usually buy her presents throughout the year. Like there's like every time she mentions she wants something, it just goes in I order it immediately.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of Amazon. You never have to go, anywhere. What did she want? I just order it and stick it in the closet.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's the way to go. And that's my advice for any man listening to this. Just if your girlfriend mentions anything and you can afford it at that moment, just order it right then, and then you just have it. And then she'll go, oh my God, I can't believe you remembered this. And you didn't.
You didn't.
You didn't remember it at all. In the moment. Yeah. Like, I don't even know what's up there. I'm going to be surprised when I go to wrap it.
But what if she bought some of these items for herself?
She is a woman.
I go ham at Christmas. My nieces and nephews get spoiled.
So here's the thing about that is, like, I was doing that. I did the nieces and nephews, and I would buy them like a ton of stuff, and I'd like, and then it's like you go over there, and it's like they have so many other people have done this, and they have so much crap.
I know.
And I'm like, I don't know if I want to contribute to this crap.
Oh, I know. And I've looked my niece in the eyes before and been like, do you love me because I'm like, we're family and like I'm your Auntie Kerryn, or do you love me because I buy you presents? And she was like,
just playing dumb.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because they're smarter than they let on.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I mean, I'm like, and I give her shit all year, all the time, every time I come home too. I'm just like, and then I have to break her brother off cash because she's so easy to buy for. She's a commercial baby. Like, she knows what she wants. She knows who she is. It's Sephora. It's Lululemon. She's fucking 9.
Okay.
Like, she's so easy. And then my nephew.
How old's the boy?
I think he's 12.
Just fucking some sort of remote control
gaming,
truck, Nerf gun.
Nah, but
actual gun.
He wants a gaming chair, and I'm like, you're gonna become obese.
Yeah, no, Kerryn, you're not buying anyone a gaming chair.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I would never would.
Yeah, that's not.
Well, what? So you can sit?
Yeah.
So you can sit and spin?
You stand and play video games.
So
I got you a Wii Fit, asshole.
Totally. You can be doing prison squats while you shoot people in Fortnite or whatever, but dude, you're not getting a fucking gaming chair. Absolutely not.
I mean, it's just a chair. It's a computer chair.
I don't want. No sitting. There's no sitting. What are you bench pressing lately? What are you doing? Biceps are huge.
Thank you.
Do you just do curls?
I don't do that many curls.
No?
I don't do a lot of bicep stuff. I do a lot of kettlebell, just like compound movements. But to bench, I usually bench I have 200-pound hex weights, and I do that for reps.
Okay.
And I work out in the house and then at the park.
Calisthenics at the park.
Yeah, and then they got one of them big tires. I like to flip those. You get Popeye forearms that for 2 days after you flip one of those big ass tires.
Our previous guest, Jeff Blue, shout out Jeff Blue. He does this thing called Tire Flip Tuesdays.
Okay, so every Tuesday he's flipping tires?
Yeah, he does it in Harlem. Now that it's cold out, he doesn't do it, but once the weather hits again, he'll be out there. And it's like a free workout for like the whole community in Harlem. He's so nice. I've never flipped a tire, but I want to.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's very satisfying. And also, it's just like, there's this giant tire in the calisthenics station I use, and nobody flips it because it's super heavy, and I'm at the point where I could flip it 40 times.
Nice.
And like some cops came through with some like kids that they were training to be snitches, I guess, and they couldn't flip the tire once. And I looked at them, I was like, don't be a cop.
Cops can't do this. Look at they're all fat.
They could shoot it, I guess.
They're going to pop the tire. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. All I want to talk about is fitness and eating all the time.
Really?
And some circadian rhythm and my nighttime probiotic.
How is your sleep? My sleep is awful.
Maybe it's terrible. The Adderall.
I take it early enough in the day. I got stuff to counteract the Adderall at night.
What? Xanax?
I have like trazodone and stuff.
What's trazodone?
It's like a failed it's a failed antidepressant that knocks you it knocks me out.
What do you mean failed?
Like, it doesn't work for depression, but it'll just put you out. Still wake up sad. You still have sad dreams.
Are you sad? Well, I was.
Well, I'm well rested.
I was thinking. What time do you wake up in the morning?
11, 12. What are you getting up early? You going for a fucking morning run?
Yeah. Well,
I get crazy. I thought the whole point of being a comedian is you get to be up at like noon.
I disagree.
Now everybody's got to learn how to edit video like an asshole.
Nah, not me. Not if you pay somebody to do it.
Yeah, you have fucking you have pay pigs and such that'll fucking pay somebody to edit your video for you.
He's not wrong, folks.
Yeah.
No, I wake up at like 6 every day, but like naturally, pretty much, and not every day. Like today, I slept till 8.
Okay.
But I feel crazy today. Like I'm way off my game. I'm tired. I think I was just at the stand too late 2 nights in a row.
See, if I wake up too early, I end up doing this thing where I think I have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
And so I get less done.
Okay.
Because there's no sense of urgency. And then I start like futzing around. Like I'll just start picking up books.
Okay.
And like reading. Or like I'll do something like, I just fucking learn how to do this Rubik's Cube. And then like 6 hours have gone by and I'm like, oh, now I'm late for wherever I have to be. And I've done nothing.
See, I'm up early, especially like on a weekday. I'm mad at every establishment that's not open at 7 a.m.
Okay.
I'm like, why wouldn't you be open right now?
Isn't most things open at that time?
No,
at this
things
point?
in New York don't open
Banks?
until 10, 11, maybe Banks. Maybe Banks open at 8.
You're mad that like a barber shop isn't open? Like the fuck's gonna be open? Anywhere you want to go, you can get a massage. You can get a rub and tug at 7 a.m. Let's like be clear
You
here.
would know that.
Look, these women don't sleep.
They don't sleep. They're fucking entrepreneurs.
They're basically robots.
I've never gotten one of those.
I don't think it works for women.
Of course it does.
You're gonna make an Asian lady flick you off.
Yeah. She'd probably do it better than some of you fucking tools.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Probably get surgical with that bitch.
What would she say? You want that? You want me to rub
You
your
want short time?
clitoris?
Oh man, that seems like that might just make you come. If she says clitoris, you're like, oh yeah, that's what I like.
Clitoris?
See, but it's the opposite. If she's got small hands on me, I'm like, oh look
how
this
huge
giant,
my dick
she's
is.
got small hands on your clit. You're like, what's wrong with my clit?
Well, why
is what are this
giant
weird
clit?
gamma radiated clit here?
It's like a boxing bag.
If that's how she comes in, she just
That's how we do it in
and you start
Japan.
squirting all over her face.
We box a clitoris. I think that I would enjoy that from a guy that was hot. My medical
Clitoral boxing?
No, just like nice.
Just a massage and then a fucking yeah. I think it's the way to go.
My masseuse guy, I go to the same masseuse all the time, and like he doesn't tell me to be naked, but I am, and like he gets in there, and I certainly get aroused.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how you could. I mean,
Right.
I get like a proper deep tissue massage
Yeah.
a couple times a year, and it's
Yeah.
like you get kind of like it's not like I'm not getting a hard on, but like this fat lady,
You could if you
she
wanted
was
to.
like, you trying to go? I'd probably be like, all right, like, all right, Olga, whatever you say.
I can get there.
Yeah.
But like when he's like rubbing me, he's also like his waist is like right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my thing is like I'm getting aroused, but if like he's not, I'm like, all right, you're a sick fuck, Kerryn. Like just like calm down. He doesn't have a boner, and he's rubbing your naked ass, so he's not interested in you.
He's gay.
I don't think he is.
Yeah. Well, he's also got a knock. He might tape up. Who the fuck knows?
Have you ever done that?
What, tape my penis down?
Yeah.
No, I've never needed to. I've never been in
You
a
just
position.
walking around rock hard in public all the time. You freak.
I mean, well, you go waistband. I mean, the average
You tuck
man-
it.
Yeah, but like those in scrubs, I feel like you can't do. Jeans, you just tuck it right in the belt,
Belt. Okay.
like belt waistband area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem is though, if you're wearing too snug of a shirt, now you gotta make sure you don't stretch
Wait a minute.
because if a little bit of your belly shows, it might show
Yeah.
a little
Your
little
head
top
coming.
of the head.
Boys are
You
crazy.
gotta be very careful.
You boys are crazy with your boners. Have you ever had ED?
Yeah, that happens to fucking
The best of you?
I think it'll happen. Yeah, to the best. There's the ED I used to get in the 20s was I always say this, like when Viagra's first started like coming around, I was like selling Viagra's, but I never really needed them. I was selling a lot of them to like my dad's old buddies.
Out on the golf course?
No, like literally, I mean, his buddy Charlie called my house once while my dad was out playing cards. He's like, "Hey, Chris," I was like, "Charlie, you know he plays cards on Tuesdays." I was like, "Yeah, I'm calling to talk to you. Your dad told me I had some of those Viagra's that they came out with." But it was always I would like eat Percocets just so I wouldn't like if a new girl, I'm coming immediately.
Really?
Like
new pussy?
Huh?
New pussy, you're
Like
coming
every
right away.
time, and it's just like you just got to get through. So it's just Percocets for the first two.
Okay.
Because if you get through the first two, now this is not new pussy anymore.
Now you're okay.
Now I'm fine. Now I'm good to go. So I used to keep Percocets in my wallet for that reason.
Yeah.
Instead of
You're
Viagra's.
reminding me of Lewis right now. Lewis like, new pussy? Yeah, coming right away.
Yeah. I think it's true.
Yeah, the guy I'm sleeping with comes pretty fast, and he has small loads because he jerks off all the time.
Everybody jerks off.
How often are you jerking off?
I'm 41 and I still jerk off almost every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but just once a day.
I mean, sometimes twice.
Sometimes
Yeah,
twice.
sometimes, because I'm usually first thing in the morning.
Oh.
I'm a sex in the morning, jerk off in the morning.
Yeah.
That's when I want that to happen. I
Okay.
like the early day because it'll keep me up at night. But sometimes if I've got insomnia, I'll try to rub one out to go to bed.
See, that's me. Like
Yeah.
I'm like a napsturbator. I masturbate into a nap
Oh, I like that.
every day around like 3 o'clock.
I like that.
Yep.
And you've already got the body pillow right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just laptop. Try not to catch my face in the laptop screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking about painful this morning on Jim and Sam.
Painful?
That's my go-to.
Just painful anal?
Yeah.
That's what you like to watch?
Yeah, like first time anal.
Oh, because it'll never be your first time again?
There's just something about it. It's a fantasy, okay? Nobody call the cops on me. But that or like doctor exam stuff.
Okay.
Or like orgies with like old men and like
How old?
Old, like in their 70s.
Now, were you saying this on Jim and Sam just so Jim would keep having you on?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of like a Tough Crowd reunion, but on my face.
That's what I like. I like what I like. Like, you give me like two hot people having sex, I am bored. If the woman is really into it, I hate it. I hate it. I want her to
Well, it's
be...
got to seem realistic to you.
Yes, I think that's it. I want her to be so reluctant, not want to be there in some discomfort.
Mm.
And the younger, the better.
Okay. The younger the girl.
Yep.
And the older the dude.
Yep.
Okay. So
What
you're
is
really...
that? I should go to jail.
I don't think so. Because it's like, aren't you just putting yourself... I think about this all the time, right?
No, I'm the guy.
You're the guy.
Yeah.
Have you ever strap-oned a lady?
No.
Would you?
No.
Would you strap on a dude?
No, because I wouldn't be attracted to him if he wanted that. Ew, fuck my asshole. I would
No,
not.
but what if he didn't want it and you made him?
I don't want to rape anyone.
No. Like your
No.
your first time anals that you like to watch.
Anal
Yeah.
on a dude.
Uh-huh.
No, that's not turning me on.
No, not at all.
Us, a couple doing it to a girl, maybe.
So you and a dude doing it to a girl.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a dude alive that you would pitch that to that wouldn't be like, sure.
I know. I know. I was talking to him and I was like teasing him and I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm going to bed. I was like, how many girls do you have over? And he's like, I was like, you have a girl there. He's like, no, I have 3 of them. And I was like, that's so fucked up. I was like, what if I said that? And he's like, what if you said you had 3 girls? That'd be great.
Yeah. Send me a picture.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant, sir. I'm too tired to cheat at this point in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be, I think I would like spite cheat, and like.
We were also a drunk.
Yes. So I was reckless.
Yeah.
And I would just like get it in my head that I'm like, I'm gonna fuck somebody else and let him find out and that'll fucking show him. But it doesn't work on you guys. I feel like have you ever been cheated on?
Yeah, of course.
And some people don't cheat, Chris, I swear to God. But has it made you like the girl more and want to keep her as your own? No, it makes you think she's a used up whore and she should leave.
I don't know if even I necessarily go there. I'd be like, yeah, we can't really see each other anymore. But that doesn't mean like in 3 months I'm not gonna take the call from her and fucking get a quick one out. Like it's like I just be like, hey, like it's not gonna work. That's the kind of thing where it's like, look, let's keep in touch. But it's like, I'm too attached to you. And then
lie.
Yeah, that's a fucking giant lie. And then the next time you see her out drunk, she feels bad.
Yeah.
And then she pity fucks you for you.
But you.
And it's like, now she's working extra hard to make you nuts. You guys are fucking malleable.
We are. We're dumb. We're so easy to manipulate.
It's not even like, I learned some of that shit by accident. I was just like, oh, it really does work if you're just kind of mean to a girl.
It's crazy.
I was always just so nice when I was like I was always like trying to be like, yeah, like, and then it's just like, this girl will be like, no, I don't know. And there's like, all right, like, I'm just not going to talk to you anymore because I like you.
Right.
And
that
like,
works,
you're trying
right?
to hook up with other dudes and like, it makes me feel bad. So I'm not going to talk to you.
Right.
Because I don't want to feel bad.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, how come you're not trying to fuck me anymore? I'm like, because you said no twice.
Right.
Like, I'm good.
I don't know. It's such psychological. It's so confusing to me. But yeah, the more withholding a guy is, the less attention he pays me, the more like insensitive and like thoughtless. I'm like, oh, I love him so much.
It is weird how that fucking,
if you're all over me and you're so nice to me and you like care and you're all invested in my life, how was your day? How was this? How was that? I'm like, ugh, shut up. Like, why aren't you too busy for me?
Why aren't you investing?
Right? Where's your fucking portfolio, bro?
What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing bothering me?
Yeah. Buy some stuff for the house.
That's right. Like, stop complimenting me and like stop telling me how smart I am. Trick me. Be mean. I think it's probably certain types of girls though too. Like I think that some girls are just regular and want to be.
I think so. I think also some girls age into wanting to be doted on. Like that. I always say that it's also like how women age. I feel like you probably are not the type of girl who was attracted to this type of dude, but like bitches are attracted to dudes who look like birds from the age like 17 to 22.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like a fucking skinny dude with too many shoulder blades.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Pointy nose.
I am the first dude. I was the first dude that those chicks would fuck when they outgrew that.
Yeah.
Like every single time.
Well, I mean, my theory, and I think Gerard Michaels made me think this because he's smart, but when chicks are on birth control, they're attracted to betas.
I have a joke about it.
You do?
So my girl
Is it in the
had
special?
No,
All right,
it'll be in the next one.
A debut.
It'll be in the next one.
A debut.
But like legitimately, my girl, when we first got together, we would try different birth control. She's non-hormonal IUD, right?
Okay.
Because she would break up with me as soon as it would kick in. And then as soon as the hormones were out of her system, she'd call me and be like, "Oh, like let's hang out." And da-da. And like it was like almost like clockwork. And then she'd be like, "Did you hook up with any of you?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm an alcoholic, and you made me feel bad."
Yeah.
What the fuck do you think I did?
Right. I ran to like the nearest 7 I could find.
Yeah, I just went out until 4 a.m.
Right.
and some chubby girl was like, "You seem nice."
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like
deal closed.
Yeah. Yes. Sure thing, lady.
Wait, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
And so then she identified. But isn't that crazy? Like your behavior changes so drastically, like because of these hormones.
It makes sense. Like, I mean, like.
But it doesn't have to be that way. Like I've never been on birth control. I was on birth control for 1 week, and I got a violent migraine. I vomited, and I was just like, I think I was 17.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, we're pulling and praying for the rest of our lives. Like we are not.
You never got a non-hormonal IUD even?
No. That's if I cared, if I had like I'm just clearly not very fertile. I've never even had a scare.
Okay.
Like if I had like a scare or like had an abortion, then maybe I might look into like something like that. But I've never even.
You just got you just got subscribe and save on Plan Bs.
I've never even taken Plan B.
Not once.
No.
Jesus. What are you just like blowing your thumb really hard?
I don't know. I mean, and I like guys come at me all the time. And if I really like them, I put my legs over my head. I'm like, we're keeping this
You get
one.
on the inversion table.
I can't not joke. Like, I can't. I'll start singing lullabies. I'm like, what do you want to name him? But it never works.
I'll tell you this. Fucking dudes are wild with the girls. If a girl says you can come in me, I'm like, absolutely not, lady.
Right. Wouldn't you be terrified?
Dude. When dudes are just like, well, she said come in me, so I did. I assumed she was on birth control. I was like, why would you assume that? Do you not think girls like the way that feels the same way you like the way that feels? You need to be fiscally responsible here, sir.
Yep.
Spread that around.
So she got the non-hormonal IUD. Yeah. And that's changed. Now she doesn't break up with you every month?
No.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't every month. It was we would go back to pull and pray. Yeah. And then it'd be like, because, no one's using condoms. This is insane.
What are we, children?
In a relationship?
Come on.
Yeah, like, it's nuts.
Stop.
And then it's like, we'd be like, all right, we got to, like, do something. Because, like, eventually we're going to run out of, you run out of luck. You run out of luck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's like, that's why as I get older, it's like we do less butt stuff. Because I'm like, look, we've been skirting, we've been skirting a mess for a long time. It's like maybe last day in a hotel. You know what I mean? Like it's like we're both getting older. I don't know what the control situation is. But like it was like we would just try another one, and she'd try a different pill. Like she tried a ring, all this shit, and then it was just like she'd start screaming at me about nothing, and they'd be like, "I can't do this anymore." Yeah. And we've been together a long time. I didn't know any of this shit, and fucking like I legitimately had to be like. I had to call her and be like, hey, like, this shit is making you retarded, right? Like,
yeah.
It's like, and it's like, but it's like, if you really think about it, it does make sense. Because think about it, like, fucking when women are ovulating, that's when you're like, give me the fucking.
Yeah, I want
So
it.
it's like, it's just eliminating that.
Right.
But it's like, if you're being aggressive, you obviously want somebody to reciprocate your aggression.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
if you're eliminating that,
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense that now all of a sudden you want some fucking puss who's going to go real slow and be like, yeah, you like this?
Totally. Like you're taking like nature out of the equation. You're changing your biology.
Yeah, it's
your
not
like basic human biology. But that's why like people say the divorce rate's so high because women get then they get knocked up and they go off the pill and they like wake up and are like,
and they realize they hate this
who
person.
the fuck did I marry? Who's this little bitch that can't even protect me?
Oh, yeah. The key is don't act like that, fellas.
The kid, you.
Or if your girl goes off birth control, immediately go on test. Just immediately just buy some D-ball off the dark web.
Yeah.
Just start getting jacked. Just throw her around.
Start fighting people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like I've never wanted to be on anything that kind of alters my hormones or alters my brain chemistry in
Have
any
you
way.
never been on antidepressants?
No.
That is shocking. That you never how many times has it been suggested to you?
I'm not like depressed. Like I'm not really sad.
Yeah, but I mean, if you go to a therapist, they just immediately.
I don't go to therapy.
You've never.
No.
So Irish. Like, you're so fucking Irish. I always forget just how fucking Irish you are.
I don't believe in it. I don't. I mean, if somebody feels like they need it, of course, go. Joe List is always trying to get me to go to therapy, but like, I could fight Joe List. Like, my thing is like,
yeah, you could definitely take Joe List.
If you like, and his argument, he's like, "Are you the happiest you've ever been?" I'm like, dude, you moved to my neighborhood to be like me. Like, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Joe's your little brother.
He's my little brother. He moved across the street. I just feel like when I was struggling, it was when I was drinking, right? Okay. So, like, those are, like, the mornings that I had, like, I would wake up with anxiety. Maybe I did blow the night before or whatever. Like, I would have, bad, quote-unquote, mental health days. Sure. But once I just eliminated the booze, there's really been, even, like, my worst day, I'm not saying, like, bad shit doesn't happen. Like, sure. I've lost people. I've gotten fired from things.
That's different than, like, just having a constant state of malaise or whatever.
I don't have that, though.
Well, that's fucking good. I mean, I'm just saying, if you go to, it's funny, I went to therapy very briefly. Like, my girl was like, during COVID, she was like, you're angry all the time. I was like, I don't think we've been in the house enough together. We have, like, different schedules. And I just, like, I picked up, like, I lived in a detached house alone for, like, 8 years.
Okay.
And I just picked up bad anger management habits.
Like what?
You just go into the middle of the house and scream at the top of your lungs if you can't find your keys.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you have the clarity to find your keys. Yeah. Because you got it all out of you. You can't do that when you're trapped in a house with somebody during COVID.
True.
Like, but so it's like, I went, but it was such a funny thing. I went to like fucking the bootleg fucking spot by my house in Flatbush. Okay. It was just this like cute Jamaican lady. Right. And within 3 weeks, we were just talking about conspiracy theories. I did 3 weeks of therapy, and then she starts talking to me about the vaccine.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the vaccine? Did you get it?
I did because I had a niece who was terminally ill, and I was worried about it. Yeah, and I have some relatives who have some severe health issues, so I was just like, all right, I'll do this. Yeah. I got sicker from wearing a mask. Yeah. Than I ever did. I got I had a razor bump get infected because I had to wear an N95 or something all day, 9 hours. I had a razor bump get infected, and I was so much sicker than from COVID. For sure. That I was like, why did I get this vaccine? For sure. COVID is like nothing. I got shingles after I got the vaccine. So I'm very distrustful. Really? Yeah. Did you have chickenpox as a kid? Yeah. I got shingles the same year I got chickenpox. Oh, what? Were you really young? I was old. I was old for chickenpox. I was 13. I got chickenpox real bad. I had like 100. I pissed myself. Oh. Like I was so sick. I like pissed I had never. My mom was always like, "It's crazy you never once wet the bed once I took you out of diapers." Right. And then I've never pissed the bed drunk. Right. I pissed the bed when I had chickenpox. Oh wow. That's bad. Yeah, I had 105. So that virus must have just been in your system. And then just like ready to get you. Yeah, I just lived in a poor ass house, and so I had shingles 6 months later. What, how did the shingles manifest itself? Like, I had sores, like, right here. Yeah, it was like hives all over my back, like waves of them. Yeah. It was, like, gross. I looked like a fucking lizard. Mine was so painful. It felt like I had on a corset that was, like, full of nails. Huh.
Yeah, so every time I like would inhale, I felt like I was getting stabbed in
Oh.
my ribs.
I wondered if that's why. I don't want to get too fucking conspiracy oriented, but
We
like,
can.
huh?
We can.
Okay, but like, did
We're
you notice
already
that?
deep in the pod.
Did you notice that there was a huge push for the shingles vaccine after
Yeah.
they forced everybody to get these? So maybe there is a correlation there, because all of a sudden people are telling me you got to get the shingles vaccine. I was like, I had shingles. They're
Right.
like, yeah, but this way you cannot get shingles. And I go, I had shingles.
it.
That's
I'm
how
not
it
gonna
works. It's like
get
chicken
it
pox.
again.
You can't
Yeah.
get chicken pox twice. Like it's like
It's that same virus.
yeah, it's the same thing. Like I'm not doing this.
I think the vaccine compromised our immune systems, and
What causes like a full body? It does the same thing as COVID. Like it mimics a spike protein.
yeah.
So it causes a full body. So like I'm pretty sure like I like fucked up some shit in my elbows just because like they didn't tell you to not work out.
No.
They were just like
I worked out
they were
like
like-
the next day.
yeah, they were literally like clear 2 days.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I have nothing to do. It's COVID and I
Right.
just got this fucking shot and I'm not supposed to do anything just in case I get sick. And so it's like, okay, I'm just going to lift for 3 hours. I like put on an old WrestleMania.
Oh my god.
Dude, I had this stuff in the house. It was called Crazed pre-workout.
Oh boy.
It was made illegal because it was too close to meth.
Yep.
But my buddy got the last one like that he couldn't sell on eBay and he was like, "You want this?" And I was like, "Sure." And like
Oh
and then
my
like
god.
and then like I got the COVID shot. I had like a little bit left. It was like, well, it's 2 days of heavy lifting with Crazed. And then like just my tendonitis just blew up on my arms.
Wow.
And it might have been the lifting, it might have been a combination, but it's not like I never lifted like super heavy before.
Right.
It's just like,
right.
and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm all dinged up, and it must have
Yeah.
been a combination of the two things.
I wish I hadn't gotten it. I only got one shot. I didn't get the second one, and I didn't get any boosters. But it was like I had to work. Like they weren't letting.
They weren't letting you, if you didn't have the card, they weren't letting you in comedy clubs,
No.
right? And then there was like something I was doing. I was picking up. I refused to get the booster because I felt like this was nonsense. And like, but I was like I was doing rigging electric for a TV show because there was not much to do. So somebody was just like, hey, we need guys. You want to work? And I was like, sure. And fucking, I'm doing, and then they're like, you need a booster. I was like, I'm not
Come
fucking
on.
enough. I already got the other
Enough.
thing. Like, I'm not getting a booster. All these guys fucking hate this shit. How are you gonna have a crew? Like all
Right.
these like union guys hate this thing.
They don't want it.
They all got
They
religious
didn't want
exemptions.
the first one. Oh, yeah. See, I went to Italy with a nurse, like a real deal nurse, and she got a religious exemption.
From the Pope himself.
Yeah. But like she at work at the hospital, like people would shun her. They wouldn't even like sit with her. They wouldn't talk to her because she refused to get it. And her and her husband, they were so interesting and so smart. Well, because they were like telling me all this stuff. They're like, they changed the definition of a vaccine when they came out with the COVID thing.
That was, it was a thing I read about. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Some people say like, oh yeah, but like then I don't know, people did stop dying. I'm like, I think they were gonna stop dying anyway.
Yeah, because Omicron's just less deadly, and that's when everybody got immunity. Like it was like kind of this
herd
weird
immunity thing.
What was the weird thing? It was like somebody fucking pointed this out like after the fact, and it was like even the vaccine worked completely, right? Like the way like we all in our heads know vaccines work. Like you get a polio vaccine, you don't get polio, right? Like it's still like it was never gonna really work against variants because fucking. It's like pissing in a pool. It's like if you have like a rope of buoys around a port, and this is the no pissing in the pool section.
Come on.
There's like you were never going to get like sub-Saharan Africa and the Indian subcontinent to get these vaccines need to be stored sub-zero.
Right.
How there's no refrigeration.
I didn't
More
even
people have
think
cell
about
phones than
that.
refrigeration in some of these places. It's like it was always going to fucking happen.
Did you read the real Dr. Fauci by RFK Jr.?
No.
I did.
I know. Yeah, you told me you read the whole thing.
I did.
I would read it in his voice, and it would make me fucking jump out a window.
I listened to it on Audible. I forget who narrated it.
Not him though.
It wasn't.
It was Cheryl Hines.
I don't know, but I know it would have been like listening to like one long loogie. It's like, just get that out of there, Robert.
What happened?
Just hawk that up.
So I know the things about Fauci, just like the AIDS stuff, and it was like pretty funny. You saw that Biden like shouted him out on International AIDS Day last week.
Did he?
Yeah,
That's
it is like
so funny.
I went and like I made fucking. There's all these videos of him talking about in the '80s, and I remember like a math teacher of mine made this girl cry when I was in like 8th grade because her uncle had HIV, and he was repeating what I then like 20 years later found out were like Fauci's talking points of like if you're in even if you hug somebody that has AIDS, you could get it. There's like evidence that this is happening to kids. It's like, oh, it's like you found some kids that were getting diddled and you did nothing to help them.
That's yeah. Whoa.
And there is a clip of him going, he's like, these at-risk communities. First we thought it was gay men, and then it was these, and then Haitians. And it's just like, how did that?
Where did Haitians come from?
Turns out you can get it from eating cats. Feline AIDS.
Really?
No.
Shut up. I hate cats so much.
What is the hatred of a cat? I don't understand this.
Do you have cats?
I have a cat.
That's because you have toxic plasmosis. You don't understand.
Here's how you end up with a cat if you're a man in New York City. You're 23 and you live alone and you're lonely, and you say in passing to a female friend, I'm kind of lonely. I think I might get a cat. And then she shows up and hands you a kitten and leaves.
Would swing it by the tail out of my fucking apartment.
It's a kitten. You're not going to.
Yes, I would. I would crush its little skull, actually.
No, I don't think you would do that to a kitten. You might do that to a full-grown cat.
I'm allergic.
That's what it is. That's not an actual hatred of the thing.
I do not like them, though.
These fucking celiac people don't hate pasta.
Who hates pasta? They love it, but they can't have any. Haha, celiac.
Yeah, have fun with your fucking polenta, you fucking loser. Haha,
loser. I fucking had pasta last night, bitch.
Do you still get attacked by the fats on the internet because of the fat?
No.
It's less so now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That girl, I think she's still
she
with
died,
us.
right?
No, dude, she's still with us.
How?
I know. I think the show's actually still on. It's got to be in its like 12th season or something.
Jesus. Still 600 pounds.
And she's on her 12th bypass. No, just kidding. I don't know what she's doing. But it's like.
So you're going to have to climb a rope once RFK's in charge.
I was just going to say, RFK is going to show up at her house. No more seed oils, bitch.
Let's go.
You're done.
If he just outlaws hover rounds, I think we're going to get a lot further than anything else.
I know. I see people like scooters, like grown men with helmets on a scooter.
No way. Helmet?
Yes, like in like suits, like in my neighborhood.
Okay.
Like they're like buzzing up the West Side Highway.
Oh, on the motorized things?
Yeah. I'm like, just run, Derek, or whatever your name is.
I ride a bicycle. Like, at least get exercise.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what are you doing with these things?
I hate it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the motorized scooters up the West Side Highway. No.
You hate fat people.
Very gay.
What's your favorite sport to watch?
UFC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love MMA. I love fighters. I love guys who fight. I love listening to them talk.
Yeah.
I love the Diaz brothers.
Oh, yeah, those guys are fucking fantastic. They're just vegetarian dummies, smoking weed and fucking swinging on people for no fucking reason. Still just threatening people constantly. just like we don't care. We're just going to threaten. Do you know that? I think you were on the Naked Roast that Nate Diaz came in, saw 1 second of it and walked out. Yeah, did you not hear about this?
No.
You were definitely on it. You were sitting next to me.
Nate Diaz saw me naked?
Yeah.
And walked out immediately.
Well, Zach was also naked. I think that would do it to anybody.
Wait,
supposedly
what?
He walked into the green room and saw a bunch of dudes like fluffing and then came out and saw the Naked Roast going on. It was like, nope, I'm out.
Wait, what? Was this 2 Skankfests ago?
Yes,
Vegas?
It was the day after or the day before I took you to fix your underwear.
Oh, remember? I forgot you saved my life. This is a good story. This is an anti-Annie Letterman story, too. Because I was in the bathroom with that bitch. And she knows I'm kidding. We're friends. And I had on everything I was wearing at Skankfest that year was like disposable.
Okay.
It was like made of paper.
You were wearing literally like, it was like sheer pants.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You were just essentially walking around naked.
Butt naked. But I had a thong on. Yeah. But I went to the bathroom and they had like a little chain link on the side and it broke off. And you walked me back to my hotel.
Literally, Rebecca came and grabbed me and said, Kerryn needs somebody to walk behind her so all of Fremont Street doesn't see her ass and pussy. And I was like...
And Annie was in the bathroom with me initially. I was like, Annie, I broke my underwear. Annie? She left me.
I like how no women helped you with this situation. And then Rebecca was just like, I have to stay here. Can you take Kerryn back to her room?
You saved my life.
Yeah. And then you thanked me on Twitter, and immediately 3 people were like, did you suck his cock?
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta love Twitter.
Which, by the way, I had to apologize to the person you're dating now the day after the Naked Roast this year. Because if you don't recall, I had to kick them out of the back area where people were getting naked, and I was trying to be silly about it.
Yeah.
And I was just going, hey guys, get out of here. I'm trying to jerk off in front of Kerryn. It's our annual Skankfest tradition.
I did not know you said that.
And then I found out the next day you guys were dating. And I had
We
to
weren't dating
juggle.
then. We were just hooking up.
Whatever. I had to juggle with him on stage at Column Show.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's
And I was like, I just
cute.
want to apologize.
Sorry about
I
that.
had no idea.
He didn't care.
Wouldn't have said that.
I doubt he cared. He's like he just likes any and all attention. He likes meeting new people. He's like one of the kids who needs like a leash in public.
Oh, I was gonna say you're just describing a dog. Do people know who it is on here?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not shitting on Drew.
No, we love Drew. Of course, we love Drew. He's like a little puppy. He's like a little rescue dog.
I'm not gonna call him any of those things. I'm saying you're describing a dog. It's a little rude.
He's tough though. He does his little kickboxing classes.
That's good.
Yeah, he takes the free ones, and it seems like he just gets beaten up by women mostly.
Well, they've been doing it longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I've never taken a kickboxing class. I've done jujitsu a little bit. But
Yeah.
Never. I got to learn how to throw a good leg kick. I really want to learn how to throw a good leg kick.
He seems to enjoy it.
Yeah.
We were in Austin, and we were just like walking around Lady Bird Lake, and I was practicing my kicks, which I don't really know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But then a group of guys walked by us, and they were like, "Hey, great kick!" I was like, "Oh, thanks. I could do karate."
See that, asshole?
See that? Yeah. I could do karate.
I'll defend you.
No, I like Drew. He's doing skanks tonight. I don't know what they're doing. Whatever. I'm tired.
You seem it.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm having a good time.
Are you having fun?
Yeah. I'm not used to podcasting without beer.
I don't even know if they have beer here.
Yeah. It's such a weird thing because I always watch the clips of your show and I just assume you're in your house because your fucking shoes are off and shit.
Well, we usually are.
Oh.
But Nicole has her second torn ACL.
Okay. Oh, so you needed to rent a studio.
So she can't.
So are the views down because your feet are not out?
That's
in
what
these
people
episodes?
are saying.
Yeah.
I've received a couple comments. Sorry, guys.
Seems like you might have to go to the Patreon.
Yeah, go to the paywall. Go subscribe, and you'll see all the fucking feet you need, you freaks. Do you have nice feet?
No, men should not have nice feet.
I know, but do like your toenails curl over?
No, I cut my toenails.
All right,
It's
okay.
gross.
That's all. That's all I asked.
Yeah, you got to cut your toenails. But it's also like if a man has like nice feet and like
Gay.
yeah, but a man who gets a pedicure, that's fucking excessive amount of
Gay.
yeah, right?
Manicure,
The
pedicure.
closest thing you should do is like if you're in a third world country, you're kind of allowed to put your those fish that eat all the dead
You like
skin.
that?
I would do that. I never have, but like I think that's acceptable just because it's so weird.
Have you traveled outside of the continental United States?
Yeah, of course.
Where you been?
Bali,
Bali,
Hong Kong,
Hong Kong.
Tokyo,
You've
Mexico.
been to a lot of places.
Yeah.
Wow. What
Yeah.
were you doing in Tokyo?
Well, that was all one bit long trip, and I didn't want to
Really?
do. Yeah, it was a friend of mine was living in Bali, and I went to visit him for like 2 weeks, and then I did a couple days in Hong Kong because I didn't want to do 24 hours straight on a flight. So I did
People live really long in Hong Kong.
yeah, and they
Wow.
also can play ping pong with their ding dong.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. What? Did you witness that?
Yeah.
No, you
You
didn't.
can gamble on it.
Shut up. Shut up. Are you serious?
No, there are prostitutes everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like,
Boys or girls? Can you tell?
girls. No, they're girls.
Okay.
Yeah, I check.
Before you buy.
yeah.
Let me test. This one have a warranty?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to fuck it up.
I just put mirrors on my shoes. All right, this seems on the level.
All right, that one's good.
But yeah, I was there for a couple of days, then Tokyo a couple of days, and then I came home, and then yeah, I've done like Mexico City, and then like yeah, a couple other places.
I've only been to Italy and Paris.
I've only been to Europe once. I went to Barcelona when I was like in my mid-20s or something.
Yeah.
Are they shitty to? Because when I was there, it was like long enough ago where I feel like it wasn't as shitty towards tourists. Everybody I talked to that goes to like Italy and France are like pretty shitty to tourists now.
I mean, I crushed in Italy. It was like
Yeah.
ciao bellas everywhere I looked.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It was great.
Okay, I think yeah, also different for a woman.
Yeah.
Like I've done some like traveling alone, and then like my friend Evelyn travels alone a lot, and she's like, I do not envy a man who travels alone, because like when I was in Hong Kong, I realized like on the third day I was like, oh, like I haven't talked to like somebody trying to sell me drugs, a hooker, or like a waiter in 3 days, because nobody. It's weird if a man is alone anywhere,
Mm.
and men don't care if a woman is alone anywhere. Like
Right.
it could be a dark alley and they could be holding a hatchet.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, hey, what's going on? What are you doing in this alley?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, this is a nice hatchet. Where'd you get that?
Where'd you get that?
Is
I'm
that your
actually in the
Is that your
market.
EDC?
I'm in the market for a hatchet myself.
Yeah.
Swing it once.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Let's take it for a spin. I mean, I was on a yoga retreat, so I was. I mean, I guess the beginning I was alone a little bit, but it
Okay.
was mostly just like old men, like
This is in Italy.
yeah, like
Okay.
holding hands with their wives, but just like staring at me, like, "Hey, how are you?"
That's kind of nice.
It was lovely, great
Yeah.
for the ego.
Yeah. Did
I-
you stay after the yoga retreat for some days?
I was
and just
there.
kinda
I
check
stayed a
shit
little
out?
before, like I got there a little
okay.
early
Gotcha.
and chilled, and just like went to the beach and stuff.
Where were you?
We were in Terracina.
Where's that?
It's like on the beach, like on the coast on the south.
Is that the Amalfi Coast? No,
I don't
know
think
that much.
so.
I'm fucking
I'm
Italian.
not
I
that.
know
Yeah,
nothing
you're an
about
idiot.
Italy.
So
yeah.
am I, though.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I mean, the beaches were sick, and we were way
Yeah, I'm
up high
sure.
in this mountain. We stayed in this mansion.
Oh, that sounds great.
We had a private chef.
Oh, that's fucking dope.
I kept trying to fuck the chef. I was like,
Really?
"Mamma mia!" And he was like, "Don't do that."
He said, "Don't say Mamma Mia."
Yeah, he was like, "You're embarrassing."
Yeah.
And then one night was pizza night, and I kept walking by. Like, there was like this big brick oven.
Oh, really?
Oven.
Gotcha.
And I would walk by like a pizza pie. He's like, "Stop doing
Please
that.
stop doing
You're
that.
humiliating."
Was he Italian?
Yeah.
And he was just like, "You're an idiot."
Yep. I'm talking to him like he's like one of the Mario brothers or like about the pizza. He didn't like it.
You should just ask them questions about food and like, why is what is better about the techniques here?
Yeah. Let me go back in time and really
Well, I
riz it
mean,
up
if
with
you
this
ever,
guy.
If you ever go back there and he's still the chef,
I will go back
You
because
think
I
he's,
got to
like,
see
rizzing
more
up?
stuff. I didn't go to Rome. Like I landed in Rome, but I didn't
Uh-huh.
like hang out there.
oh, okay. Why don't you just stay longer?
I was there for 8 days.
So
I had to get
We
back
did-
to my dog.
Oh,
I don't like
yeah.
leaving I just left my dog for almost 2 weeks. I miss her.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah,
I just like, I feel like I fuck up her routine and she really,
it's a dog. It's fine. She'll get back on the routine. She'll be happy to see you even in 3 weeks. Where'd you go for 2 weeks? That's where you went to France?
well, no, I was just in Austin and then I
Oh.
was shooting the second season of Tires.
yeah,
If
that's
they
right.
don't cut me out, look for your girl. Episodes 211 and 212. Thank you so much.
I mean, you did great, and you were the only girl besides Kyla that got to talk in the whole show.
They have more talking girls this season, I think, but mostly more talking men. It was funny. I'm in an episode with Ron White, and we're standing around, and he like goes to shake my hand. I was like, "Hey," I was like, "We actually met once before at the mothership, but no big deal." And he goes, "Oh, do you do stand up?" And it's him and Shane are standing there, and I was like, "Yeah, I do." I was like, "Not as good as the men, but I do it." And at the same time, Shane says, "At least you're honest." And Ron White goes, "Well, that goes without saying." So
All right.
I had a great time. Great time on set. Regan or Reagan. The big thing about my character is everybody kind of says her name differently. It's Reagan. So like I think it's Reagan,
Mhm.
but a lot of people say Regan.
It's the same character from last season.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what happened. You were like,
She sleeps with Will.
okay, but was she a hoe? I
Yeah.
don't remember what it was. They
Yeah,
were-
she, her character had been arrested for drunk driving. She drove her
Okay.
car into a hair cuttery,
yeah.
and she gets hammered at the bikini car wash.
But I didn't remember if the girls that were just supposed to be trash bags from Philly or actual prostitutes. I don't remember.
No, just like we're just Kyla's old waitressing friends.
Okay, yeah. So
Or-
just standard trash bags from Philly,
Standard, your average slut.
which would act like a prostitute in most of the country.
In other
And
situations,
the prostitution in Philly, you don't even want to deal with.
no, you don't. You
Just
don't want to pay for
bother.
that.
Don't bother.
No,
That's crazy.
you just get
You
an
get
STD
snatched
for
up in
free.
a bear trap.
But yeah, so yeah, she comes back. I was very excited, and they just that whole set's really awesome. Like everybody that works on that show is very, very cool and very nice.
It's
and
all of our friends.
it is all of our friends.
They're literally watching the show.
there's
It's like
other
you want to be
people.
a hater, and you're like, "What do you have fucking hate?" Like you want to be
I
like,
know.
"I'm never going to be in this but me." He's like, "What am I going to be mad at Ryan Shaner?" I love that guy.
I
Like, you know what I mean?
know.
Like,
So happy for Shaner. Yeah, it's cool. It's the coolest thing that's ever happened to me, and it is. It's like
that and discovering the value of your own butthole. You live in Battery Park City. I mean, come on. That's pretty fucking sweet.
Top 2. They sort of work in concert at this
It's
point.
such a weird thing because you can't find your own butthole. It's like a dog chasing his tail, but you are the dog that caught his tail and then knew what to do with it.
Knew what to do with it when he caught it.
You don't need an accountant. Your accountant go fuck itself.
I know. I pay the guy so much just for him to yell at me about my fucking Amex bill at the end of every year.
Oh, shut up.
I know. I've been like working on a new bit, and I was like, yeah, my accountant yelled at me. He's like, oh, I hope this is going to a savings account. And then I take my Louis Vuitton suitcase and I pretend it's a mouth. And I'm like, I bet you hope that. We just got back from Italy, Russell. Yeah. The money could run out, though. I should. It's so hard. I just have like the way I was brought up is like you're not going to have it when you're dead. You can't take it with you.
Oh, I rebelled very much against that.
Really?
Yeah, I like am a pack rat.
Are you save everything?
Not everything, like, but like I have had friends tell me like, "Hey, dude, like you're allowed to spend money." Like I'm very generous with my friends, but like I've had like friends be like, "Hey, dude, like you're not poor anymore.
Right?
You're allowed to like buy a new TV.
Yeah.
Like it's okay." And I was like, it's like it takes like a lot, but it's like because that I like don't have to worry if I like break my leg. You know what I mean? Like I have savings, like I have a retirement account.
I mean, there were so many years I was so fucking poor where I was like, okay, today we are working with a $7 budget. We're going to have a roll at breakfast. Mm-hmm. Maybe we can do that. Like, it was all like about food. Like, how am I going to fucking eat on $7? But you can figure it out.
Yeah. You can have a dollar
slice.
Yeah. Chinatown is very inexpensive.
Get some protein.
Yeah, you can even get a vegetable, maybe.
Maybe if you're like, ooh, we're going to vegetable. It's an $8 Tuesday.
Bananas a quarter?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
And it was all just kind of like, can I pay my rent this month? Can I pay my rent this month? And I was always a waitress. So
where'd you work?
Everywhere.
Where'd you work in New York?
Sushi Samba.
That's a good job.
It was good. But I was such an alcoholic that, I could make like 3, 4, 5,
and then you're
6.
going right out. And then
right out.
$200 on the bar.
Easy.
Yeah.
And then we're calling the guy.
Oh, yeah. that all gets expensive. The guy's got to be your childhood friend. That's the way. If the guy is a guy you've known since grade school,
the guy was this
it
guy
ends up a lot cheaper.
But that wasn't the guy was this black guy named Lee who I used to get in the back of his car every fucking weekend.
Light-skinned dude?
Maybe. He never really let me look at his face that much. He would just hand me the bag, and then I'd be off to the races. I would. Like,
by the way, also, you're a woman. What are you paying for cocaine?
Why am I paying for coke?
This is insane.
Why? My thing is patience. If I had just like waited around, some guy would have bought coke, and I could have. You could have
just been like, "Hey, you should get some coke."
Right.
And that guy would be like, "If I buy coke, this girl will fuck me," and then you just do his coke and leave.
Right.
Or fuck him, whatever you want to do.
Hindsight's 20/20, Grace.
I'm just saying. I mean, look, dude, I knew guys who like didn't even do coke, just kept it in the house just to be drunk, just to be drunk at the bar and be like if you try to get an after party going, you just go, "Oh, we got coke at the house." And then it's
would be in.
It's like you'll be not doing coke all night, and then they'd be like
Balderdash and Monopoly because I'll be up all night.
Oh, we do. We've got both of them. We've got hungry hippos. If you're feeling lazy,
I'm coming. I'm calling my friends. Yeah, I just wasn't that. I had no patience. And those nights, like, you would make bank. Like, I was always like the top server. They would like highlight my name, like, Fan sold this much.
Sure, especially like Sushi Samba, the average check's got to be $300 for a 4-top, right?
Easy.
Even back then, right?
Yes.
Like, so you're crushing it.
And then everybody would, I forget when I was talking about this, but everybody would file their taxes in like April, and they would all come in and be like, "Oh man, taxes suck. I have to pay this." And for years, I was just like, "Why are you guys doing that?"
Oh, so you made your first bunch of money and then we're like, "I am broke."
Yep.
Holy shit.
Because I'm lucky because it happened to me like back when I was still like waitressing, but the government just went in and took all my money from my checking account.
And they were like, even Stevens?
Yeah.
And how much money? There was no money.
It wasn't even that much.
It was like $2,000.
Yeah. And they were like, "We need this." And I was like, "Oh, can I have like some of it back?" And they gave me a little bit back. They called it a compassion release. I had to call, and they released.
Oh, that's those guys that are fucking their wives on the birth control. That's a compassion release. That's not what she wants. That's not what she wants at all.
Honey, can I give you my compassion release now? Are you ready for me to release?
Oh God. Imagine the guy's still talking like that. She's off the birth control, trying to actively get impregnated with this person's cum.
Oh.
Like knowing this is a problem.
Yuck. Yuck. Yeah. But those mornings, and then you leave with cash, right?
Yeah. Cash in hand and that's always a problem.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because then I'd wake up wherever the fuck I landed, wherever the hell I slept. And
Taking a cab?
Taking a cab, whatever. And I would just be like pulling like 20, I'm like, how do I only have, I made $700 last night and I would count, I'd have like $60.
Oh, Jesus.
But it was, but then I'm like, well, I'm working tonight. So.
Yeah. That's kind of how that works. Yeah. You got to fucking, but I was always very much, here's the thing. You got to have parents die young.
Oh.
That's where the real fucking value comes in because that was, sorry.
That's fine.
In my early 20s, I was taking care of my dad when he passed away, and having to pay for his funeral was quite expensive.
Yeah.
And I had to, I dealt with it and fucking, but then it's kind of like, you kind of like are in your early 20s and you're like, oh, I probably need a retirement account. And even like before that, I was like, my mom died like nothing.
Right.
And it was just like, I probably got to figure some stuff out. And my dad worked in the restaurant industry. So it was like the same kind of thing where it's like, I knew all these like I knew bartenders in their 60s when I was like, because my dad had me when he was in his 50s. So I knew guys who were like 70s still having a bartend and like didn't have Social Security because they just never filed taxes in 50 years, 60 years. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, they're just like, we just kind of got to keep going until I drop.
Yeah.
And it's like, I got to save a little money.
Yeah. That's smart. I'm glad you did that.
Yeah.
All right. Tell everybody how they can give you money and support you.
Well, the main thing is go check out Burn After Saying is the thing on YouTube. It's on the High Society Radio YouTube channel, which is my podcast. Check that out at Chris from BKLYN on Twitter and Instagram. Go check all that stuff out. Nice. Thanks for having me, Kerryn. Sorry we ended on a sad note.
I liked it. Something's wrong with me. Hey guys, I'm at Zany's January 19th and 20th and Side Splitters in Tampa at the end of January. Thank you. Goodbye.
Throwing ass on the gram, getting laughs at the stand. Only she can, only feehans. It's only feehans.